Okay, so this is maybe the toughest of our Wayne Thiebaud series. So if you're up for the challenge, then let's go for it. We're going to be drawing an ice cream cone, which is going to combine two different forms. A sphere for the scoop of ice cream, and a cone for the cone. But let's go ahead and let's get started with this. You are going to need to erase, and we're going to make a double scoop. All right. So I got my paper turned tall ways. The other ones I had horizontally, but might be hard to tell with my white background. But I've got my paper tall, and I'm going to start somewhere near the top, and I'm going to draw a circle. It's about the size of my fist. Now we're going to use an old trick called overlap. And we did a little bit of this in our abstract drawing, because this ice cream is on top of the bottom scoop. So I'm not going to start down here. Then it's going to look like they're just balanced on each other, and it won't look very realistic. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to draw another circle. And you can see now they look like they're actually sitting on top of each other, which is how, if you got a double scoop of ice cream, how it would actually look. All right, and then we're going to draw our cone. And I'm going to just start somewhere over here, and I'm going to go down. And you can make it really pointy, or you could just make a curve, because that's a little bit more like an actual cone. So now I've got a cone and two spheres, two scoops. And if we're going to make it a waffle cone, which is my favorite, we're going to draw a little curve right here. So a semicircle right here. Okay. So now we've got our shapes, but let's go ahead and make them seem a little more realistic. So for one, we can do some shading. And you can do this with your colors if you're using colored pencils or something. I'm going to just color lightly with my pencil on this side of the bottom scoop of ice cream. And I'm actually going to do along the bottom edge of the top scoop. You see how I did that? And then we'll repeat the same thing up here. And I'm just kind of scribbling lightly, but I'm curving the same direction as the edge of the scoop. And then I'm going to take my finger. That's where I can blend it. And this can be, for me, it's not too hard to push hard enough. I know that for some little fingers it can be hard to push hard enough to blend it. So don't get too frustrated. You might just need to color a little more with your pencil instead of blending. All right, and now we're going to add some texture. This part is actually I think the trickiest. We're going to add the texture of the waffle cone. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to go down, down. So you see, I made curved lines all about the same space apart. And now, let's go up to the bottom of this scoop of ice cream, and we're going to do curved lines going the other way. And now we can do it a little bit on this part as well. The pattern of the waffle gets a little messed up where it overlaps. So that's why it's not exactly matching up. There we go. We got a little waffle cone. Now, you can get really, really detailed. You might want to look up a picture of an ice cream cone, or you can see one of Wayne Thiebaud's paintings, and you can really start adding some details. But that's where we're going to leave this one. You can make it any kind of ice cream you want. You can color it however you want. Put cherries on top, whipped cream, fudge, whatever you want to do. Okay? But this is just to get you started drawing those forms. All right? Now, if you have, this is a great time to do some oil pastels or chalk pastels. All right, markers aren't the best for coloring this because it kind of makes it look flat and dry. All right, but you can do that. You can probably make it work. But if you really want to shade it and make it look three-dimensional, oil pastels are great. But I realize not everybody has oil pastels at home. So even crayons can work too. All right, have fun, and send me an email or something if you have any trouble.